All right, one more company before some more coffee. This next company is called, since recently, StormX Exploration. It's a $3 million market cap company. They've got multiple gold projects in Canada, specifically focused on Ontario. The ticker symbol is STRM on the Ventures Exchange in Toronto, and L84 over here in Frankfurt. And here with me is Bruce Counts, an overall nice guy, but also the CEO of StormX. Bruce, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Oh, it's bright up here. Okay, again, my name is Bruce Counts. I'm the CEO of Storm Exploration. The forward-looking statements that we all have, it's my opportunity to remind you that this is, we're in a risky business. We're effectively, as explorationists, we're treasure hunters. So just keep in mind that I am going to be waving my arms around and talking about things that we hope will come to pass. Look, it's a pretty simple value proposition. We're a pretty early stage exploration company. We've got 5 district scale projects in Canada. 4 of them are in Ontario. The one that I'll be talking about today is in Newfoundland. 3 of them have been drilled and have confirmed high-grade gold. We've got a great team of people. We've got durational capital, which is essential in moving things forward. You have to have people who will support you as you move forward, and you need to have really strong technical team as well. So this is, it's important in growing the company. Share structure, we're pretty tight, 41.6 million shares outstanding, very small market cap at 2.8 million. That, of course, I think presents the opportunity. If we can find what we're looking for, then we can increase that market cap by multiples. One of the things I'm most proud of is the people that we've assembled as shareholders. We have great institutional as well as high net worth shareholders. So for a company as small as ours to have such quality people backing us, I think is a testament to the team of people and the projects that we've acquired. So it's an exploration, we're a very early stage exploration company. So I like to keep the G&A, the cost of running the company, as low as possible. I am the only full-time employee. I share my CFO with another company, so he's part-time. And then I rely on my network. I've been in this business for over 30 years, and so I have a great network of people in the technical business to help support, and I can bring them on board. The last thing I want to do as a small company is to have a big staff, because if in bad times that means you're laying people off. So it's much easier to keep your staff very low and very lean and get the money into the ground. I won't spend a lot of time here. We have 4 projects in Ontario, all of which are in the territory of First Nations. We're working through some MOUs. We've signed on our Gold Standard project. We're now clear to go. We have the support of the 2 First Nations there, and we're very close to signing an agreement with another First Nations where 3 of our projects are located. But the really important project that I want to talk about today is Toogood. So here we are. Here's a map of where our projects are located. The 4 projects in Ontario, but the one I want to talk about today, which I think is going to be, that's where we'll be putting our drilling money, is the Toogood project, which is in northern Newfoundland. So I won't spend a lot of time here. The point is that we're going to be drilling at the Toogood property in the first quarter of 2024. That's our low-hanging fruit in terms of the project portfolio, and that's what I think we can add some value in the near term as well. Here's a picture of the project. It's fairly large. It's a little over 10,000 hectares in size. Importantly, it's got 28 kilometers of strike length along a geological structure that runs right through the province. And there's some important deposits along that structure, including the Marathon Gold Project in central Newfoundland. We have, like I said, 28 kilometers of strike. There is gold sign all the way along this 28 kilometers of strike. But where we'll focus our energy is we're acquiring this project from a company called Prospector. They did some drilling in 2022, just over 800 meters of drilling, and to find a nice little deposit, or I shouldn't say deposit, a nice zone of gold here called the Quinlan Zone. So here's some of the grades they did, just like I said, a little over 800 meters of drilling. Some great grades that they defined along 200 meters of strike, down dip about 150 meters, and that was just with 800 to 900 meters of drilling. We're right on a road here. The project is fully permitted. I can buy my coffee in the local town called Colville and be on site in about 10 minutes. So great access. The community is very supportive. We can get in here and drill for $500,000. We can drill 1,500 meters of holes. Because this is right at surface, we're drilling shallow holes. I think for that kind of a budget, we can at least double, if not triple, the strike length of this. The whole purpose of that is to show scalability. We want to demonstrate that this can be up to or more than 1 million ounces right here at the Quinlan zone. That's ignoring all of the other prospects that are along that 28 kilometers of strike. But if we can show that this is scalable, it becomes very interesting, not only to the market, but also starts to draw the attention of producers. My strategy, I'm an explorer. I have no intention or desire to build a mine. What I'd like to do is find something that's valuable enough that a producer will come in and either buy the project or the company. So it's very important for us to demonstrate scalability as quickly and as inexpensively as possible. As I mentioned, 28 kilometers of strike. There's some very good gold prospects right on surface that have been found by prospector. We'll continue to develop those targets. It's important to have a pipeline of targets when you're looking at a property, so that when we're drilling, the Quinlan zone is our low-hanging fruit. We believe we can add value quickly there, but it's really important to maintain that exploration right along the whole 28 kilometers of strike, so that you have that pipeline of targets, and we can be drilling it on other targets in 2024 if it's appropriate. So, key reasons to invest. We've got some great properties, and I'd love to talk to you about the Ontario properties. I don't really have time at this point today up here, but if you want to come and talk to me either in our booth or just catch me out here having a coffee, I'd be happy to talk to you about some of our Ontario properties. In fact, the rock that you see there is from one of our Ontario properties, and that ran a little over 40 grams per ton, that rock. So some other exciting properties that I would really like to talk about, but just don't have time today to do that. But would be happy to meet with anybody and talk about them when there's an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruce. Does anybody have any questions for Bruce? Well, I have one. I already liked the presentation because it was short and you mentioned coffee 3 times. You don't want to. You said you don't have the time to talk about the Ontario assets, but maybe we can talk about them a little bit.
Sure.
Have you considered monetizing those assets in any way to fund the exploration of the Toogood project?
No, there's not, because we're, well, so if I just quickly move forward to our Fort Hope gold projects, these are the 2 key projects, Miminisca and Kizek. We're earning a 100% interest in those, and so until we own that interest, we aren't in a position to vend those out. Once we own them, then we could do that, absolutely. I would prefer, I really like these projects. They've got great gold endowment, and I would really like to see us get back there and drilling. We are so close to closing on an MOU with the First Nations, so I think it behooves us to see that through and then go out and drill these ourselves.
But in terms of priority, you're going to give it to the 2 good projects, trying to close the MOU, and then once you have that, you're also going to give them some love.
That's correct. That's right. Again, Toogood is fully permitted. We can be drilling there early in 2024. It's low-hanging fruit. We can, when you're at a $3 million market cap, it's really important that we do what we can to increase our share price, our market cap, so that the cost of capital when we go to drill something like Miminisca is less than it is today.
All right. And in terms of, if you could just sort of sum up the priority, it's Toogood, Miminisca, Fort Hope.
Yeah, it would be, so the ones that are drill ready are Toogood, that's our first priority. Miminisca would be second priority. And then we have a project, and I'll zip down here quickly to it. Oh, there it is. Called Gold Standard. This is also ready for drilling. We've just signed 2 agreements with First Nations on this project. So we have the support of the local First Nations, and now we are ready to go drilling. And this is an interesting story because we acquired this property for the gold prospects that are down in the south. But when we looked at it, we saw, well, look, there's this copper and zinc showing this to the north. Geologists are there for a reason, so let's stake it. There's only a few extra $1,000. Let's stake that. We got some really good, interesting numbers out of the gold prospect, so we decided to fly it with EM, and lo and behold, we get this massive electromagnetic anomaly. So that's a conductor, which generally conductors are driven by metal in the ground. We believe this is likely some kind of a VMS system. In 1969, Inco, which was an important Canadian-based metal company, did some drilling here and wound up with zinc and copper mineralization in the holes. They never assayed them. So, this is, it's higher risk, certainly, but it's a road accessible project with a massive EM anomaly. It's one of these things where you've got historical information with modern techniques that have revealed something that nobody else saw. So high risk, but if this is a VMS with economic quantities of copper and zinc, it's going to be a company maker.
Thank you, Bruce. Well, as you can all see, he's very excited when he talks about the geology. So go see him in booth, what is it, 23? 23, booth 23. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you.